What is happening? It is a NPC Mini. I'm your host, N64 Josh. We're going to be talking all about Wave Race 64 during this NPC Mini. Got announced yesterday via Twitter and other socials, and we get to go back. We get to go back to the water. Now, before we do, I want to let you guys know that we got a Discord you can come hang out in. And n64josh.com/discord. Come hang out, join the conversation. It's a great time. I want to let you know some of the other podcasts that we got going on. The Xbox Now podcast, the Bendu podcast, which is a Star Wars show. We've got let's see, what else? I'm on so many shows. The Xbox Factor podcast is another one that you can check out, as well as the Halo Infinite podcast that just went to once a week because there's not a lot of content to talk about right now. So that being said, let's jump into this. I'm gonna get some gameplay of Wave Race playing in the background. Now, I mean, N64 Josh in the name, right? And I see Nate saying Wave Race water, baby, right? Like, that was the thing that was the most iconic thing about this game was the water. You were just like, it was wild. It was wild. I mean, even just looking at it right now, probably, I mean, I'd go out and say it's probably one of the best looking 64 games. Of course, if you're watching the stream right now, you can see that you can ride a dolphin. I mean, who doesn't want to do that? But the water was just so fantastic in this game. Let's see. Evan64 says, one of my all-time favorites. Great graphics for the time, in my opinion. They were great. They really were. And now we have the ability to take this game online. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Carpool Gaming podcast, right? They've got different shows. They do Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation, all the above, right? Well, Sean Capri, who, if you've been listening to this show for a while, I called him out on Twitter today. And we're going to be doing some Wave Race head to head. Jacob Taylor says the announcer was fun too. Yeah, the announcer was great in Wave Race. The announcer was fantastic. I don't know, chat, I'm going to ask you guys, anybody listening to this after the fact, you can let me know on Discord or Twitter or whatever, wherever you're at. How many of you guys played Excitebike 64? I loved being able to go between Wave Race and Excitebike because you go from the water to the dirt, right? Like I always enjoyed both those games. The controls were fantastic. The graphics were decent. Anybody that played Excitebike has to remember, if you played as Sarah Hill, you'd always hear Sarah Hill crashes again. Like, it was just over and over again with the announcer. So really excited to jump into this one. As of this show going out, it'll be about 2 more days before we can play Wave Race again. Now, speaking of Wave Race, how many of you guys have had a chance to play the GameCube version of Wave Race? That took everything to the next level. And I think what's interesting, there's no way this game survives in the modern gaming atmosphere, right? Like, you can't, like, this is essentially an indie title if you think about it. This would be the equivalent of an indie title now. If you put out a generic jet ski game, no way, not happening. So what does Nintendo do? Something I've wanted to see them do for such a long time is put together an extreme sports title, a Nintendo Extreme Sports, jet skis, motorcycles, snowboarding, right? There's a handful they could all put together so that we could get a sequel, if you will, to some of these games, because I just don't see it happening now. Like back in the day, you could make a game that was just generic dirt bikes and it would work. That's not happening now. Let's see. Jacob, here we go. Does this mean that we'll be getting 1080 snowboarding in the winter? Hey, there's a chance. There's a chance. A Cryptic from the chat says, what are the chances that we get a remake of this other than Mario Kart? We don't have anything else in regards to racers. No F-Zero either. That's, yeah, kind of like what I was talking about. Like, I can't see them just going and saying, hey, let's make a new wave race. I think it would have to be more. Evan64 says, like sports mix, but better. Exactly. It'd be more of an extreme sports mix where you could get a number of sports. And they might, I don't know. Do you guys think that releasing a game called Wave Race, Wave Race Switch, do you think it works without throwing Mario characters onto it? And what if they made a Mario Kart that was all jet skis, just jet skis? So it wouldn't be kart at all. It would literally be Mario jet skis. I wonder how that would do, utilizing the power of the Mario brand. Oh, here we go from Nate. It says it'd be half a game with drip fed. Would it be half a game with drip fed content? Oh yes. Here we go. Right back at it again. So, but I'd be all in, honestly, if we did Mario Extreme Sports. We had jet skis, we had dirt bikes, and we had snowboarding, but they all played like were kind of the originals from the 64 and the GameCube era. I think it would be fantastic. I would love that. Because right now they've got like what 4 or 5 characters you can choose from, and they're kind of they're just generic. But you throw in the killer looking water, and then some tracks that are like really inspired by the swimming levels from like the different Mario games. I'm thinking specifically Mario 3 and Mario World, where you kind of put a 3D spin on some of those 2D levels. I think that would be fantastic. Dodging cheaps and bloopers and all the things related to Mario. And they could also have some fun with like costumes and stuff, right? Like you could be like Tanuki suit Mario or frog suit Mario. Things like that could really spice it up a little bit. And I mean, I think if we were going to get really crazy is have Game Freak come up with something like this, and get a Pokemon wave race. That could also be cool as well. Let's see, from the chat here, Cryptic says the reveal of Wave Race 64 had more likes and retweets than Splatoon 3. Cheesy really loves those niche titles. Oh my gosh. Joanna from the chat says or Sea Slide Galaxy. There you go. Yeah, all of the different like water themed levels from the Mario games with Wave Race. Sign me up. I am one. You know what? While we're at it, let's add snowmobiling too. How much fun would that be? Get your jet skis, get your snowmobiles, maybe get some dirt bikes, and then even snowboarding. Like just kind of get them all there. Do an extreme sports Mario mix, and I'm loving that. I'm loving it. So I just want to thank you guys so much for showing up live And let's see. Oh, here we go. We can't get away from talking about a 64 title or Mario Kart without mentioning Diddy Kong. Here we go. From Cryptic says, you know what game had water themed levels and hover carts? DKR. Just saying. Right. Right. I don't let on, but I played a ton of Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong Racing. A ton. So much. Loved that game. Did I love it as much as Mario Kart? I don't think so, but I still had a great time with it. Great time. The hover, like, I'm literally thinking about the hover levels as I'm talking about a Mario jet ski game. Literally thinking about that. So thank you guys so much for checking out this NPC mini. Thank you for being here live. These are going to be happening far more often. And of course, we have the main show happening Thursday, 9 p.m. Pacific, 12 a.m. Eastern, if you guys want to check it out live right here on youtube.com/N64Josh. Remember, before you leave, if you're here live, make sure to hit that like button. Also, if you're watching the video after the fact, make sure to let me know your thoughts on Wave Race 64. Thank you guys so much for being here and listening, and we will see you in the next one. Bye now.